Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy with Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. And as you can see, we got some stuff out today that indicates some mixed media will be happening today actually. It doesn't always happen. Well, I don't know, there's some kind of media happening every day. I was watching Tracy Fox this morning and Andrea Allen of Artie Mays, and I was like, duh, because you know they're always gessoing stuff. See, I've already been gessoing. So I thought, well, why can't I was like, well, I can gesso, like, there's only like half a poem here. I kept this little bit of the picture, which actually I'd covered up, but then I just used water. So of course, on the glossy paper, it takes more than one coat, unless you're using acrylic paint. But like this, not really attractive. I could cover it with paper, and then these that I'm always liking to use, but I might want some writing. I like the flowers, but I don't necessarily need although this one I'm going to keep the violets. I'm going to cover this side. And let's see, where's the first one I did? And then, so like this one I did a couple coats actually this one ended up being 3 coats of gesso, but in between, or after the last coat, I did a little bit of these, which is acrylic pastels. So I was like, hey, I don't use those enough. I can combine this. So, you know, gesso the pages, use some pastels. You can use oil pastels too, I'm sure. I'm just too impatient for those things to dry. Let's see. This is where this one goes. So now we still have this pretty picture here, and now writing space around it, or actually right over it even. Because I like to put a lot of pretty things. But like here, I could just, like, I don't necessarily need to know how to eat roses. I'm not going to be eating them, are you? I don't know. This I might gesso a little bit just because it kind of got messed up a little bit. Oh, I might take that out and gesso that too. Alright, so we're gessoing today. We're doing a little gessoing, pasteling, stamping, just all the things, because it's just fun to do that. And this cord is from, I was sewing yesterday, so it's still there. Of course it is. Where else would it be? All right, so this, when it's in the book, is by itself, and there's not a cute, oh, I got gesso on the bunny. Hold on. Crisis. We have a crisis. No, we don't. It's actually it's not gesso, it's acrylic, and so the acrylic will come off. The gesso might too, but the acrylic definitely comes off. So there's that. All right, he goes in the middle of the other one, this one. Trying to keep all the signatures straight, that's the hard part. So he goes in the middle here, but then when you turn there, you have a place. More. I wanted more journaling space, I guess. I was like, hey, I could cover those and have more journaling space. So how is everybody today? I added little bits of gingham, did some sewing. I don't love this. I mean, I don't hate it, but I don't love it. So I'm just going to tone it down with some gesso. That's all. It's not going to disappear. It's just going to get toned down. That's all. And then, so yeah, I think I'll play with some pages today. Yeah, I'm still working. Oh, this is a gel pen, so it's blurring the lines a little bit, which is actually, I'm okay with that. It's probably preferable. Yeah, that's it. I'll let that dry. I mean, I could dry, also this is gonna drive me crazy. I haven't cut off all my strings yet. I started by putting a little piece of this gingham on the cover, and then I'm like, oh, let me bring it throughout the journal. And it's also going to be in the spine. So maybe I'll do that with the yellow too, but I've already done my sewing machine, so. Now this came a little bit blurry, so I'm not in love with it. I mean, I don't hate it. It's kind of a cool look too. What did I make this? I painted something yesterday. Oh, and I used, like, the bubble wrap, so it had a lot of spots on it. And my son Joel, he's like, oh, that's how bees see. Oh, here. Oh, yeah. So it's this. And he's like, oh, so it's like a bee's view. I'm like, okay, I suppose. Oh, you know, since I'm squirreling, I made this last week when I started playing with some canvases. So I just watercolored, and then I was like, what do I see here? And that's what I saw. So I used my alcohol marker and did that, and a permanent marker fine tip. And then this one I did last few days. I had put yellow on there and then teal. Well, first I did music paper. So collage music paper. Did some yellow, some teal. Hated it, hated it, hated it. Oh, it was awful. It was really bad. So then I just put some quinacridone magenta all over it. And then I just did the flowers with the alcohol marker. And then I've got some purple alcohol marker in the back spots just for a little bit of contrast. And so it's sort of a monochrome look that I kind of like. And then when I was doing the live a few weeks ago, I made this, which now I'm like trying to make them. They don't, of course they all come out different, and I don't know how the color, oh shoot, I can't get this down. I have another one up on the wall that's bigger. All right. Oh, and I got myself a Cricut Joy, so now I can do words on canvases. But these aren't glued on yet because these need to be thicker. And I need to do something behind the F and behind the that so that they aren't. It's too much black where the those words are. That's all. I shouldn't have put anything in the middle, so I'll have to gesso over that. But this was using color bursts. And also, before I glue these on, I don't know if the fixative will help retain the color, the light fastness of it or not. But yeah, the color bursts are fun. And then you can see it a little bit more clearly on this one. This is the picket fence distress stain. So I'll make one of these on camera sometime, I think. I don't have a lot of confidence in it because, you know, you just never know how they're going to come out. And then while they're wet, they look awful, and then they dry and you're like, oh, that's like a totally different color than what it was starting out as. You know, just weirdness. All right, I need a bee. I had him. Where'd he go? I need the bee. I might do a flower too. So I have these flowers, which, oh, they were like in a pack with stencils. There's Tim Holtz. Those Stampers Anonymous, Tim Holtz. Of course, he's not anonymous. And they came with a stencil. And I think I got these at Cozy Scrapbooking. I think is where I got those. So they have good prices there. But I had a bee, and there he is. He's from a different set that I got on Amazon sometime. Don't know what set, don't know. Oh, it was like a pack of 5, I think, maybe. So it's like Bee Happy, and it's got these cute flowers and a beehive and a smaller bee. So I've been using him. I need a smaller. It's hard to work with this giant. Of course, you would think I'd be able to find it easier because it's giant. Oh, here it is. I think that wouldn't be so hard to find. My acrylic blocks are actually where they're supposed to be, amazingly enough. So I could use the right size for him. Alright, I'm just going to stick a bee on here. Put one here. And I'm going to put a smaller one on the other side. Just because I can. And then if you were to see them together, which you won't, then it would be like closer than farther away. But, you know. Well, this doesn't get smaller though, so. Alright. It's almost dry. Alright, this I want to gesso a little bit too. And I think I want to put a flower here. Which flower? Well, whichever what it is, it has to be. I like this too. Creativity is seeing what everyone else has seen and thinking what no one else has thought. I like that. I know I started doing one thing. I'm squirreling all over the place right now. I realize that. Not sorry. I was going to say sorry, not sorry, but just not sorry. Sometimes this gets... Oh, that wasn't even close, was it? Oh, this side is the juicy side, I think. Also, it's upside down. So there's that. I mean, it wouldn't have been a problem. My bees would have been upside down. That still would have worked, I suppose. Alright, I'm just going to put this down and... Wait, where are my bees? I want this way. Oh, gotta pay attention, lady. I'm going to put this on this side. Oh, man. Alright, so what do you do when it comes out that bad? Like, how does it come out that bad? What in the world? It's like I moved it. I don't think I moved it, but I must have moved it. Oh, I think it's maybe like that. I don't... You know, like the messy typing. But I don't... That's just too... It's not clear enough to be able to see. Alright, I'm going to try one thing. Because I can always gesso over it. Alright, sorry. I gotta put my head here. Because I didn't... No, we're just gonna gesso over that. Or, worst comes to worst, we'll just rip it right off. Or, oh, you know what we could do? No, now it's gessoed, but could just make it a little tuck if we wanted to. But yeah, I'm gonna take the easy way out. There we go. We're going for a messy look here, so it's okay. I'm not gonna try this stamp again too soon. That did not make me happy. Do they have purple poppies? They're gonna today. Alright, I had all of the inks that I'm working with. I had right here. Is my permanent one here? Oh, I could do a yellow one. And I don't have a permanent yellow, but oh well, we'll just use the oxides. Oh, I can use pine needles for this. So it stands out a little bit more. Oh, that's nice. Just drop stuff, lady. Well, I could if I had it. Oh my goodness, I need space. I'm taking the cat's bed, putting my stuff on that. She's always sitting on my desk. Okay, first of all, that's one of the things I was looking for. So it could be permanente. So, in that case, do I have a green in here? Nope. But I have this teal, and I'm okay with teal leaves. Because that's the creativity part, right? Alright. Is that the right size? It could be. And this is the teal. I'm going to do the leaves teal. And I want a tall. I need tall. And I've got tape on there. Which I shouldn't need with the new one. Also, I got myself some Tack It Again and Again that I will eventually go through all my... I have two more things I have to finish that are commissions, and then the 2 canvases. Those are the hard bits. I don't generally take special orders, but for special people I will. My mother-in-law is one of those people. Oh, you know what I forgot to use? Everyone keeps using foam, and I'm like, oh, I found some foam. I thought I put it right here, but no. Why would I put it where I could find it again? I could have sworn I put it there. It's alright. I have another one. They like their foam for. Is that it? Yep. I got this at a thrift store. Didn't know what it was. I liked the color, but then I was like, oh wait, so it's the piece you use in a cuddle bug. But I don't have a cuddle bug. I had a sidekick, and it's not quite the same size. So I'm gonna try this as my piece of foam for when I stamp. So there's my leaves. Okay, and we'll see how the oh my goodness, go back on cover. The cover doesn't want to go back on. There we go. Oh, and I have to still contact, what are they called? Ranger, because I had a dandelion one in one of these 4-packs. Is it 4-packs or 3-packs? Either way, the dandelion one I had, it, was empty. I was so sad. I was like, I can't use my permanent yellow now. I have no permanent yellow. Which way do you think this goes? Oh, the bee's on there. I need to be able to see it. I don't know. I've never tried the foam before. Do you think it works? Now, you don't have to use, like, special foam. You can get that cheap foam at the, Alright. Not loving how I did it too low so that the stem shows right up through there. But, it's alright. I'm gonna just kind of go in here with this, and then I'm gonna rub it off. That's why I'm doing it messy. Take a piece of tissue. I was hoping that would make it a little bit less obvious. So I did it that way on purpose. That's the way I wanted to do it. That was on purpose, messy. Wish I could get that creativity quote to work. Should we try it one more time? Let's try it with purple, maybe. Oh, and try it with this. And pressing with purpose. Alright, I guess that's the way it's supposed to be. I really am not in love with that stamp. Can you see it? It's got the messy typing. I don't love it, but I don't absolutely hate it either. Ooh, if I put it like this, I'm just gonna, here's my stapler. Let's see, is there a piece that I can layer under this? This is just yellow parchment paper that I coffee dyed or tea dyed at one point. So I'm just gonna do this. I don't know, I kind of like the idea of hanging it off of there though. What do you think? Yeah, I'm just gonna, because I can't. She says, hold on. Anybody know how to, is anybody unclear on how to change the staples in this? Because if so, I will not pause while I do this. If I can find the staples, they're supposed to be right here. It's not a very big box. Oh, no, staples are in the next section back. Alright. So, we pull this all the way up like that, and then open it. See? Easy peasy. And then, probably should have got our staples out first. Take out a little staple, put it in, you know, the way you put in staples with the flat part on top. And then, close that, bring that back around, click. Easy peasy. Since that's the first place, I looked for it first in that first section, even though I had the other staples in the second section. So now I'm putting it back in that first section where it first looked. That way it's in the place I look first. That makes sense? Kind of want to go this way though, so that I have the rough edge with the oh, should we do 3? Can I get all the, nope, I can't get down to do 3. Can I get from this side to do 3? Yep. There we go. Yep, just because I wanted to. Does anybody remember which signature this one came from? I don't remember now. Alright, I think it's this one. Because it was, well, it was right next to, no, it's not that one. It's right next to another one that's in the middle, near the middle. Yeah, it goes right with this one. That's why I remembered. That's the only reason I remembered. So now that is there. And then we just have this messy, and I might ink that up, but I might not. Who knows? Could even fold that in like that. We'll see. Alright. These were the covers I ended up going with. Let's see, this one's dry now. Do I want to do anything on here? Alright, we used that quote. We don't need to use it again. We have our field notes, and we also have these quotes. I already used, there's beauty in simplicity. Discovering is the one thing life will constantly ask of you. That's kind of cool. I'm thinking I might just do a very light, oh, there's my rustic wilderness. That's what I was looking for a minute ago. I'm just gonna, alright, I'm gonna stamp hard on it. But then I think I'm gonna do a ghost stamp. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna just kind of press it lightly like that. Well, not much came off. Alright. Alright, let's see how I feel about this foam, because, alright, that's nice. Not bad, not bad. Now we can press that off on our background here, which is getting quite messy, but I'll use it in pieces, and that will be fun. Where did I just get this from? Should we try it? What are we thinking? I mean, every time we try it, it doesn't work. What do we think? Just want to blur it a little bit. I want it to kind of come down a little bit too. To drip a little bit or something. I don't know. Oh, and now I'm going to lose my color behind it. Don't mind me. Okay, so this is like that journal paper that I took out of the journal book. Also, you could see it kind of blurred it a little bit, which is what I wanted. But because it's not very thick paper, it also went to the other side. But that's alright. Alright. Where did I get this one from? The middle signature, I'm pretty sure. Near the front. Because, oh, the tulip. I had it right by the tulips. That's where I had it. I remember now. What's next? Oh, now the Venus flytraps, as much as I like them, they're not really fitting into my color scheme. But they'll still show through the gesso some. Really? Really? Xfinity to the rescue. So I'm just going to go over the whole page here for the first layer. For the second layer, I may do, I'll just concentrate on the, unless I can get it thick enough. Concentrate on the words for the second layer. Oh, these I got at the Dollar Tree, these little plastic containers, which aren't quite wide enough for your card scraper thing, but they're great for when you want to use glue, and then when it gets yucky, you can just throw it away because it's like a pack of 25 or something like that. So Dollar Tree, that's where I got that. So when I come back, I will probably mostly focus on the main words and leave some of the plant showing a little bit. Let's see. I'll start with a layer of gesso on here because this was from the title page. But of course, you know, they make things pretty in those books. So on the other side was this beautiful picture, so that can't go. We can't let that picture go to waste, can we? Definitely not. It's a beautiful picture. I mean, this is pretty too, but it's all right. A little journaling space is good too. So what do you guys do if you're trying to write on paint or gesso? What are the best pens for that? Does anybody know? I think gel pens work pretty much on everything. I've had some issues with the Sharpies. You would think they write on everything. I guess the main important thing is that you need to make sure it's totally dry. Oh, and on my stitching, I don't want this neat and perfect. There's like a line on my card. That's bugging me. That might be part of the problem. Is it on one side more than the other? Okay. I'll come back through there. Since I have lots of papers, I'm just going through. Now this side I like, and I don't mind the words there because that's just for pretty. And you know, maybe you'd want to read that, but I'm gonna gesso over this. Or let's see, I've got this white matte acrylic as well. So let's try that. And this time I might just use one of my big brushes. You can go up there. Put these back where they belong, and then I might have a chance. Half a chance. Really? Goodness, you guys don't even know. Well, some of you do. Alright, I get faster, fuller coverage if I use this. And, alright, so that seemed wet. I don't know why that was wet. It wasn't in water. Unless it still wasn't dry from yesterday. Alright, no, that's not the one I had earlier. Where's the one I had earlier? Alright, I think I'm out of paper that I'm painting. So I'm gonna dry these, and after these messages, we'll be right back. So this is after one layer of the matte paint, matte acrylic. This is one layer of gesso. This is one layer of gesso. So I'm going to go through, I think I'm going to go through with another thin layer of paint on all of these. So I'm just going to stick that right in there with my gesso, because it's all good. And I think I can have a little bit more control with this. And I don't need to cover the whole page. I just kind of want to cover the main. And I can still see the texture coming through from the gesso, which is cool. Okay, that works for me. It's writable. It's not perfect. I'm not going for perfection. Are you going for perfection? If so, I don't think this is the craft for you. I don't think that mixed media and junk journaling is for you if you're like can't get over your perfection. It is a great way to get over your perfection and to figure out ways to overcome when things go wrong. Like, I didn't want to cover up that flower. That's like the prettiest part of the whole thing, so a little bit of water on that. But since it's acrylic paint and it's on the gesso, I should be able to take that off somewhat. There we go. Venus flytrap. I think we know what that is without the words, don't we? I do. Most of us know what a Venus fly is. Have you not? If you haven't heard of a Venus flytrap, I need to know. Because, like, when we're kids, that's like the best. That's like, you're just like, oh, that's the coolest plant ever. I always forget that my pages go this way. So I'm going to do my lines this way this time. Was that the way I did them last time? Maybe. It might have been. I'm just using up what's left here, which is a mix of gesso and paint. I just wanted it to lighten up a little more, and now I'm going to dry these again. I won't sing this time. Not this time. The second layer is actually dried faster than the first layer. I wonder if I put them on nice and thin or something. Alright, ice is going for its second. Now, I kind of want to know where this one came from. If I can remember. I don't know. I didn't mark them. I don't think it came from that. I think it came from the third one. Yeah, it had to have. For one, there's like nothing in here. Probably came from right here. So that means I've got this color purple. They don't have to match exactly, but where'd it go? Right there. Put that up like that. I'm going to just kind of go over this with my pastel now. And I might use a couple different ones. Where's the other? Here it is. And then I'm just going to spray it. Take a piece of towel and just kind of, well, I could use my fingers. They're getting pretty, so now I just have kind of a sheen of purple. And if I want to, I can come through and darken my edges even if I want to. Or whatever I want to. I mean, make a border, you can just add more color to the middle. Let's see. I don't like that so much, so I kind of want, let's try the yellow. Just playing. I don't know why I spray it. There is no rhyme or reason. I just don't want it chalky, maybe. Also, lighting it is good. Lighting it. Light it up, up, up. I didn't promise that I wouldn't sing for the rest of the video. Light it up, up, up. I'm on fire. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. I don't know. What do you think? Let me dry it real quick so I can put it in the book and see how it looks in the book. I put my thing on the floor. Why did I do that? Okay, I'm scared to bend. Let me pause. I think I'll stick a big old field note down here. I like to put stamps on these just so that people know, hey, you can do stuff on these. They're not just there to be pretty. I'm actually going to go between the pages, I think. I just decided just now. I forgot to put my stamping pad. See, that's the problem with using a foam pad. You often forget to use it. So now it'll show part way on each page. So think I will put something else here too. I know I'm usually like all neat and pretty with my, usually have them all straight and whatnot, and I don't this time, and it's kind of weirding me out. I'll stick this up in the corner. Oh, you know what I like that Rachel does? Let's see. Do I have any paper here? I have music. I usually have music paper. Oh, I got scraps right behind me. Dull, lady. You've got like a whole drawer full of scraps. Why don't you use one? I like when she takes a piece of scrap paper and glues it down. Where's... Oh, it was a good timing on moving my drink because I had a glue in here. Probably used it. Oh, it's right here. I could use that side. I could use that side. I want to. I don't know. I guess you could be looking for stuff. I guess I'll use the map side. I didn't edge it. That's all right. Neither does Rachel. All right, and what's a good stamp? Oh, I was gonna use one of these flowers. I think one of many flowers. Oh, these maybe. And do I have a green in here? Oh, give me a second. Alright, this is not the green I would normally use, but it's the first one I could find in my mementos. Oh, it's not even fast drying pigment ink. It's not even one of the permanent ones, but let's see if I can. Gonna just try a thing. I don't want it that dark. Oh, where did my wilted violet go? I had it before I turned the... Oh my goodness, there goes my coffee dye ink. It's always something with these people. Me being these people. Oh, the butterflies are going to be purple too. I think there's little butterflies up there. It's kind of cute. Let's test it out because it's the first time I've ever used it. Let's see, where will I be able to see it? Nowhere. I won't be able to see it anywhere. Also, it doesn't help if there's pastels in your way. Alright, I think the colors work. I'm just trying to go up, and this is what I like about the mementos is you got that pointy bit. So you can be a little more detailed in your when you're putting them on. So, yay, the ice stopped. I mean, that means I probably should get up and get some ice. Ooh. But I remember this time, especially since we've got that little... But this is what Rachel, Roxy Creations, does, is she'll put a little extra thing on there. I think I'll do that, yeah. It's kind of fun looking. Look at that. A little too wet on my ink, but that's all right. I'll glue that. I'm not going to glue that. I'm going to dry that. So now, when we put this back in here, we have opened that up to a nice little surprise. And we just have half of that showing on one side, the other half shown on the other side, and a little stamp up there, and the purple and yellow, which might be a little matchy-matchy with that page, but that's all right. I'm using my pastels, and that makes me happy. Woohoo! All right, what should we do with this one? Oh, let's stamp that off. It goes with, I don't know. I'm going to have to put those all away when I'm done. It's hard. All right, then we have this one, which I could not tell you where that goes because, you know, I didn't pay any attention. Probably somewhere around here. Maybe in here. I don't think it was there. I mean, it doesn't matter. It can go anywhere. Yeah, got a couple plainish pages here. Alright, so there's green there. So I could use any color because anything goes with green. Let's see, I was using my pastels, but I could even use a little bit of Distress ink and spray that just to get a little bit of color. Just want to move the ink around a little bit, I guess, is what I'm doing. I don't know. I can't find my foam sheet, so, yeah, I might have just bought some. But maybe I'll put some in my store. Because I got, like, they're like 12 by 12 sheets, and they're great for smooshing ink. They're my favorite thing for smooshing ink. And then you have a little more control because you're smooshing onto the page instead of the page smooshing onto you. That doesn't make sense. I realize that. I realize the lack of sense that makes. What do I want to do? Whoops. Ooh, that was kind of fun. Did you see how it like sprayed out like that? That was cool. Let's just kind of sort of leave it like that. Let's just rub this a little bit at the edge here. But I like what it did there. That's cool. You ever notice that near the end of the video, I'm like, oh, I'm tired of pausing. Actually, I get nervous because sometimes I forget to unpause. That's the problem. Should we do a stamping on here? It's so messy though. Oh, you know what I think I'll do? Stencil. All right, now I have to go find a stencil. All right, I'm just going to brush lightly through this stencil. I know it's not even the same color as on the other. Oh, it's the other side. And I like to start in the middle and then kind of go out, and then I can fade it out as it goes. See? It's not even covering the whole thing, but gives it a little something. And actually, because the other page has like a darker green, I might, whoops, I'm gonna see if I can do this without getting it too dark. Match it up. Of course, you know, the other one, I'm just doing it super lightly because I just want it just a little bit, a variation of green maybe, I don't know. Then yeah, one of the greens in there should coordinate with the other green, right? There we go. Got a little double color going on there. And it's the green, that's where we were. And that side has some fun, I know my paper bent, but what can you do? It's a really cute springy paper, so wanted to use it. So now we're a little closer to that green, but not being too matchy. Yeah, super grungy. I think sometimes when it's that grungy, I just want to find my, I don't know where it went. I had that, oh, you know what? Since we have the yellow background, oh no, I want a little bit darker. Where's my something? Yeah, that works. A little bit of crackle. Then it could be like, oh, that's why it looks so grungy. All right, one last page. Remembering that it goes, whoops. Well, if there wasn't already a line in there, I actually probably could have done it that way. I didn't do as many crooked pages. Well, I think in the last one I did like one per signature because it was new to me. It was new. It was just new. All right, I want. What? As long as I'm not going over this with decoupage, I should be able to. There, and that still keeps it so that it's. I didn't check to see where this one goes, did I? Well, c'est la vie. All right, so we got a little yellow back there. And you know what, just for fun, let's do a little more crackle, but let's not do yellow this time. Vintage photo. Which will probably have a yellow hue to it because obviously I dipped that in some yellow paint, didn't I? I use it on my... You'll probably find that I will use the crackle throughout the book. Because I just really like my crackle stamp. Okay. That's it. That's all I want to do with that page. I don't know. Sometimes that's all I want to do. This is the first signature, and I'm pretty sure this came out of the last. No, this is the last signature. Yeah, this is the last one. Oh, this might have been where I had this one. Ooh, I like, see, we got the purple and a little purple right there. So, hey, that worked out nicely. All right. In the next video, I think I will, if I do a video, either between now and the next video, or maybe I'll make a video. I'm going to go through, I need to do my cover. Oh, I'm getting some binding tape coming in the mail today. That's what. So while I'm waiting for that, I will probably play with my pages some more. But here, I'm going to have a quick sneak peek of the pages that I picked. That one, I don't think I did that one. Oh, it's not supposed to be crooked, but it wants to go crooked, doesn't it? Sometimes the book tells you what it wants. I might do something on this one, maybe a little gesso or something. I don't know. I still want interest with the pages. They don't have to, whoever gets it doesn't have to write on every page. Plus, you could, like with a red pen, write on that, and you'd be able to see your words fine. Okay, this one I did do kind of crooked, and then I made this a little tuck spot here, and another tuck spot over here. So I've done some sewing, did a little different than last time. This is from an antique butterfly, I think it's antique butterfly book. Apparently I got really crooked on the edge, but it's okay. We're gonna keep it like that. And this is not a vintage book, I don't think. It's just a really pretty book, and look how pretty that looks next to each other. That's just, and I ended up getting some new digitals. Anybody recognize who that one is? This draw paper should give you a clue. And then of course Gyo Fujikawa, who I love, and got the little elf lady, but we get the pink and the purple and the little bird, and I just love that page. And I mean, for a goblin must be goblin all the day, but an elf need only dance and play. It doesn't hurt to have that. There's beauty and simplicity. That's one of the ones that I was testing it out, and you saw that one. More straw paper. There's the other side of Rachel, Roxy Creation. English Garden, I think that one is. I have Tooks in here too, but I can't remember the name of hers. But if you go check out Tooks Craft Cake, isn't that pretty? I just love that. I love how like the pinks, purples and yellows are just looking so beautiful. And oh, this one was Took's Craft Table. It's one of her best-selling ones. It is might be something about spring. That's what's on my cover too. Is I cut out this for the cover. She has some really nice digitals. I hope you go check her out. She's on Etsy. Took's Craft Table. This is a vintage book too about ferns. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna do something to the to these or not, or just leave it for whoever gets it gets to figure out what they want. I'm gonna cut all these strings. I'm not a lover of strings. This is, I want to say it's Medieval Mirage, but it could be the other one where I get the blue grungy papers from. But I think it's the Medieval Mirage. Oh. And some super messy paper. I will do some gesso on that one so that it can be written on. I will actually probably go through here and do a bunch of gessoing and maybe add a little bit of this paper in there as pages. Isn't this pretty? This is one of, and then on the back I did just the grid paper. So yeah, that was one of Rachel's as well. And like I left the birds. I didn't do every page gessoed. So, and then I got my bunny in the center with the like purple and green on there. Let's see. Did some stamping over here too, and I think I showed this one in the video where I did the wolf splatters. A tulip book I really like. And then this water spot kind of looked like a tulip, so I just kind of, I don't know. I don't love it, but there's the other side of Rachel's. Another vintage book. I probably won't come back and gesso this because I might put a pocket on there. In which case I probably want to put that one down and that one up. For pockets are a little heavier, so I kind of keep those down at the bottom. And you might have seen a little bit of gingham throughout because I just wanted to bring that. Yeah, definitely need to do some gesso or something on there. So. Don't want to have the two. I might do this. Because I like that one's fine how it is. And I don't really want to have two gesso pages right next to each other. Is that weird? And this was some yellow parchment paper that I had tea-dyed a long time ago that I'm finally using in something. And I did some of the leaf up there. I tested it on the back, which I was like, which way goes the right way? So these, I don't know how long that will hold. It may come right off eventually. Oh, and then you can also see with my thread, I did the teal on the front, and then my bobbin was the lavender. So that I have two different colors on each side. This was from Took's Craft Table. And I love those. But I definitely wanted some violets in here. And the Tribe of the Yellows was the part of the butterfly book that I had. So that was fun. That was that fern book again. They're nice thin pages, so they're just kind of fun to have in there. This is Rachel again. And this is an vintage book on flowers. And I got the iris page in there. Perfect. And I just did the music half pages because, I don't know, they're just there for interest. And then this page that we just did. Boop, flowers. Boop, there it is. And then flower. He just happened to already be, I think I had him in my journal at one point, and I had to cull some things out because I have a flow style journal, so he wasn't sewn in. So I was like, found my yellow paper, and then he was on there. I'm like, oh, that works. I like flower. And this was a metal trivet I had put on the paper, or I put the paper on the trivet, or I probably put one under the, I don't know how I did it. But anyway, this one has gesso and the inks. There's the other side of that one, and you saw me make those. And then this is from the flower book, which is not vintage but has gorgeous pictures in it. You have that page that was done with color bursts. More of that grid paper on the other side of these beautiful digitals. I'm like, I had some digitals I could have used, but also Took had come out with a new kit, and I went to check it out, and then I saw her spring one, and I was like, ooh, I really like that. So I think this is the order they'll go, with the yellow in the middle, unless I decide, well, see, these are just too, this one just had too much green, too much of that bright green, and I wanted to make sure I had some yellow in there. So, and then my cover, since I have to do this now, since I'm gonna have to, I've gone over my time, and as far as now I'm gonna have to merge my videos, but so let's see, these are the inside. So the cover will pretty much be something like this, but not with the paper clip. Although the paper clip's kind of cute, I could leave the paper clip on there. And then I'm just going to use this chipboard here for my spine, and I'm going to do a hidden spine, and I'm going to do my strings backward like I did last time. And I don't want to have to recover this whole thing, so all I'm doing is I'm making this piece wider so it covers it, and it's going to get all glued down. I'm getting bookbinding tape that I want to use in here though. That way I know that's nice, and this is a little bit wider than a regular Reader's Digest book. It's a bedside reader. So, and then when I do, then I'll have the spine on the back side of this, and then that will get glued down. Well, then I'll put the signatures in and then glue it down. So we'll have this little pink and purple on the edges. Let's see, where'd I put my pages? No, seriously, they're right here. Oh my goodness. So it'll look, you know, like that, sort of, but hopefully straighter. So that is where I am with this book, and I'm excited that it's coming together. And I mean, somewhat, I'm determined to finish it. And then after this one, I've got projects to finish. I've got a Dumbo book I started like a year ago, and some other things I really need to finish. So after this, we'll be finishing. So y'all have a delightful day. I think I asked a question sometime. I don't remember what the question was. Maybe you guys remember. Have a delightful day. Love you guys.